Welcome to RunnerTrack's CSUB's Organizational Training and Leadership Series. This module is all about CSUB cash handling procedures. Cash handling training is required by CSUB for all faculty and staff involved in handling funds on campus, and that includes officers of student organizations. At the beginning of every academic year, club presidents, treasurers, and advisors are required to sign a chart-filled delegation of authority form. Although this is done as part of the annual chartering process, the club should submit a replacement form anytime there's a change in officers or advisors. Funds raised by the club should be controlled by the president or treasurer only. No other officer or member or the club advisor should accept, have access to, or otherwise handle club funds. The advisor will have to authorize expenses, but should not handle the actual funds. At a fundraising event, the treasurer must supervise the area where the funds are being taken in. If the club holds a fundraiser where individual members raise money, that money is not club funds until it is turned over to the president or treasurer. The member is responsible for any missing funds. Clubs should not keep petty cash or change in their possession. Transactions should be done through the club's account and members reimbursed instead. Any money in a club's possession must be deposited into the club's on-campus account within 5 business days of receiving the funds. If a club does need change for something like a yard sale or a food sale, they can request a change box with change from the cashier's office at least 48 hours before it will be needed. Checks should be made out to Associated Students Incorporated or ASI. It is helpful to put the club's name in the memo section but not required. The date should be the date the check was signed, not before or after. The numerical amount and the written amount should match. And look for signs that the check may have been altered. Only presidents and treasurers should do deposits since only they should be in possession of club funds. The deposit slip, called a collection sheet, is available on RunnerSync under Resources with the rest of the Fiscal Services forms. Once completed, take the form and funds to the student union. They will review the form and endorse checks if necessary. You may have to leave a check and come back for it, but never leave cash. Once the collection sheet is signed, take 2 copies to the cashier with the funds. The cashier will verify the funds, keep 1 copy of the sheet, and staple a receipt to the second copy. If the amount is over $1,000, have the student union contact university police and ask them to send an officer to escort you to the cashier's office. Keep the second copy and the receipt for your records. Make sure your bookkeeping is updated with the transaction. The longest a club should ever hold funds is 5 business days. For example, a club holds a fundraiser on Wednesday. If the funds are not deposited by the following Wednesday, the club is in violation of the university cash handling policy. If this policy is violated, the penalty will not be something as simple as retraining. It could result in deactivation of the club and surrender of the funds. The university is extremely serious about this, so clubs need to take this seriously as well. Here are a few last thoughts about cash handling. A reminder that only presidents and treasurers are approved to handle club funds. More than one person should be involved in transactions for security purposes. For instance, if the treasurer takes in the money, the president should sign the paperwork. At least one officer and the assistant vice president of student affairs must sign the collection sheet. An advisor signature is not required. Clubs may not use electronic payment services like Venmo or PayPal to collect funds due to potential liability regarding data theft. Do not violate the 5 business day rule for deposits. Penalties can be severe. Thank you for watching our RunnerTrack's Officer Training and Leadership video on cash handling. Please return to the RunnerTrack's training form, answer a few questions about this video, and submit the form. If you have questions or want more information, email us at getinvolved@csub.edu, and please watch our other RunnerTrack's videos.